All right, took a nice little break. If you're seeing this on YouTube, you should have been here for the last 30 minutes. I completely unloaded on a hydrocodone rant of all kinds of crazy stuff I used to do when I was younger, especially around the era of before Buds turned into the diabolically powerful, you know, hash venture that it is now. Anyhow, I'm done with the rant. We're back to some music. Everybody here is laughing because they're going, oh no, please get him on his music, man. He's going to start talking about something else. And I stopped at the hangnail, though. All right, so. Oh, my goodness. Let's start off with some Wheel of Cheese. How about that, guys? Some more wheelie? Aman. He bought the ticket. He took the ride. All right, let me refresh the data here. And let's go ahead. And I am going to start off with Queso Nuevo, guys. So let me do this. Let me make sure that I want to close my Spotify really quick. And I have my volume up on my YouTube. Stingy. Okay, so I've got to repopulate, guys, the wheel. Repopulate the wheel. There we go. Oh, okay. I know this was been put in a while ago, but if you're here, if you happen to be here, and your name's on here, come on and say hi if you haven't already, okay? It's always nice to meet new people. All right, guys, ready? Let's go. Spin. Oh. Suta Sophia. Suta Facia. All right. Let's see what Suta Facia want. Oh, we're going to do some anime. Why would it be rigged? Is it one of your friends? Suta Sophia would like us to check it out. Oh, I don't know if this was the name of the anime. It's like .hack//sign or something. That's an anime. The name of the song is Key of the Light, the song that got me interested in buying soundtracks as a kid. Wow, I love hearing that. You just that one moment when you have something so powerful that it triggers something back like that. That is so cool. I mean, especially when it comes to music as well. All right, guys, let's do this. All right. Oh, so that's the real name of the anime, Hack Sign. Pretty. Synthy folk. This is really nice. This kind of reminds me of that artist. What's her name? Sterling with the violin. She's a violinist. Lindsay Sterling, I think. Nice icy reverb on the vocals. Oh, it really means something to you, huh? Good connection. It's a beautiful track to drift off to. I love the answer calls construction of how the vocals are being performed. Very unique kind of this, oh, they had a little bit of guitar back there. Really, really super pretty track, man. And I could see how this for you is a song that might resonate for something very important at a certain time. That's what music does. Couple things about this. Omen had said earlier about the nice little gallop. That gives you this sense of break free in composition. A horse galloping. If a horse is galloping, you're plowing through something. You're either going into battle or you're riding off into the sunset or onto the next journey and something like that. It gives you that. It definitely gave me the Lindsey Sterling kind of vibe. Also, I think SB had said earlier that it had that she was feeling a little bit of kind of a Celtic thing as well. So it had like a folksy Celtic kind of vibe to it as well. Loved the tone of the voice and how it was engineered. So melodically, that whole track had multi arrangements on the voice throughout from go one. I don't recall, at least in the listening experience, that there was a standalone voice holding a melody as much as it was that it was constructed so that the melody had background vocals to it in harmonies. But I also love the fact that they were kind of I love vocals that'll do the answer backs. So, which most of us who are musicians, we already know. But if you're not a musician, it would be like the main melody is, well, I don't know what the hell. The water is blue and the sea is green, but the ocean breeze, da-da-da-da-da, right? That would be like that, but in the background, there might be another one where the another part of the lyric might be saying, "Feel the wind across the water." I'm sorry, I suck, but I mean, just in the explanation, I love that. That's kind of it kind of gives me a little bit of a Mozart vibe. It was a really nice track, Susta Sophia. Thank you. But very folksy, loved it. Okay, how about some more cheese? Ready for some more cheese? Sorry. Okay, here we go. Mas queso. I'm having such a good time today with you guys. Making a fool of myself. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, ready, guys? Spin. Oh, who's this? Bits Me Bite? Bits Me Bite. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that name there. So close, Jared. You were just right there. So Bits Me Bite wants me to have us listen to something from the Bits. Oh, I've been wanting to listen to another track from this, but we've not got around to it. From Super Castlevania 4, it looks like. This one is called The Submerged City. No special notes, but let's do this. This is from Super Castlevania 4. Let's go. All right. Uh-oh, we're doing this at 7/8? Ooh, I like this. Okay, all my meter buddies, count it. Oof. God, this is video game music. This is fucking great. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. I have a funny feeling that the musicians from Tool, especially Dana, probably played this game before they joined the band. Let's go outside of the box. Let's see what happens if you poke over here. Bruh, that's badass. That phrase is killer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 7, 8. Nope. But this is super abstract, though. Jappy, I don't know if maybe if this is the original track or if it's a master of it, or when did this game release? Oh, you're right, Signori. This does have that Final Fantasy merch shop vibe. Early 90s, huh? See, this is the kind of track that I would have played back for Encounter of a Third Kind when they came with that da 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 da. So yeah, you want complicated? Here we go. I was feeling that, Lisa. That's when I opened up. The first thing I said was, oh, 7/8. But it was tripping in and out. No, that's the magic, Sue Sophia. Oh, good call, SB. Very Doors. I think we're getting landed with that because of that percussive jazz organ vibe. Wow, Underwater Dojo. I couldn't have said that any better. Well done. Brah. I loved every bit of that. That was so slick. And I love the tone of it, too, the warmth of it, you know. Look, the lead work was quantized. I can care less about it. There's just, certain things where you just, how do I say this without sounding like a diach? That's a cross between a dick and a bitch. A diach. It takes the it takes the creativity to do that. And what Dojo said plays to what it is that I'm saying, that these musicians are not about the finesse of the humanization and the purity of their playing as much as it is that they get the opportunity to do this. And just because they can, this is like, yeah, it's okay, let me just quantize that section, let's just lock it up a little more and stuff like that. It's not a bad thing at all. And especially with something like this, you get away with it. But the bass playing was live. So even if you do have certain things that are, quantized and stuff like that, you have live musicianship like that bass work. It just takes it across. Once again, like everybody here, it's just mind-numbing. What these musicians, it's just insanely cool. I think Dojo, that to me is like that. How you said that was so it resonated with me. It really did. You know, that it wasn't about that. You know, their presentation of it as much as like this boundless opportunity to create this stuff, for a game. Sometimes I wonder if the stuff was created and then somebody else heard it and goes, "Oh, can I use this?" That does happen once in a while, but I wouldn't know. Anyhow, but the SNES, that was its own console, right? Remind me about that. Like you had to buy the console. It was like buying the Xbox or something. And so, it was. Okay, JSB. So I guess it too had its limited capabilities, perhaps in playback. I'm spacing right now, but I'm thinking about it going, well, wait a minute. If it had its own thing, maybe it had a few more megabytes, because megabytes were a big thing back then, to be able to do things differently. And it wasn't an onboard tone generator that the other composers had to do in 8-bit days. I don't know. I'm just tripping because I can. Anyhow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, can somebody tell me what SNES stands for? Oh, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I read it right here on the thumbnail. Okay, got it. Okay, let's do a couple more Wheels of Cheese. What do you say? I'm in a really good mood today. Stop at 1 a.m. You're kicking my ass. I'm going to get better at that Minecraft game. Watch out. I'm going to... Okay, let's do some queso nuevo. I'm having the best time right now. Queso nuevo. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, thanks, 1 a.m. You see how they treat me here? All these guys, they protect the old guy. I died 29 times. It was the best time ever. Elder abuse. Yeah, they got me this little sex ring, and because I was old, they called it the Elder Ring. Anyhow, I'm sorry. Stop it, please. Stop the noise in my head. Oh, shit. Here we go. Sorry. All right, Butch Buddy. Butch Buddy, are you here? Butch Buddy, how are you? I'm sorry. I had to hang around hydrocodone a little more. No, I would never do that. Butch Buddy's a B. Butch Buddy wants us to listen to... Oh, we're going to listen to some Aimee Mann. She's a wonderful artist. So we are going to be listening to... Let me see. This world, it's Aimee Mann, and the song is "The Fall of the World's Own Optimist." No, don't say it's so. Aimee Mann is an incredibly, incredibly wonderful artist. I look forward to listening to this. All right, let's go. Boop-a-doo.
There's no charity in you, and that surprises me. I guess I thought you were a golden idol, 'cause I called you Majesty on the balustrade. You watched me hunt for tips, I was obliged to pick up from the passing. Hey kids, look at this. It's the fall of the world's own optimist. I could get back up if you insist, but you'll have to ask politely, 'cause the eggshells I've been
It's got a nice Beatles vibe here.
couldn't spare me a beheading. And I know I had it coming from a Caesar who was only slumming. Hey kids,
And it's also giving me a Sheryl Crow, Shelby Lynn vibe.
all of the world's own optimist. Well, I could have
Those toms sounded phenomenal.
what you could override. But what's the point? We're only flogging the horse when the horseman is up and down.
Thanks, 1am.
Once I testified and swore I'd never leave the stone unturned. I bet you're really glad that I lied. Hey kids, look at this. It's the fall of the world's own optimist. I could get back up if you insist, but you'll have to ask politely, 'cause the eggshells I've been treading couldn't spare me.
Yeah, I feel that, Mason. But it's another one of those beautiful vocal arrangements, back and forth, answer call.
Hey kids, look at this. It's the fall of the world's own optimist.
Ooh, that's clever. That was trick. I like that.
Hey kids, look at this. It's the fall of the world's own optimist. I could get back up if you insist, but you'll have to ask politely.
I love the bass walking.
Yes, you'll have to ask politely. Yes, you'll have to ask.
Very well produced, you know, for being that having those cross genre vibes, kind of steeped in a little bit of the older George Martin produced type tracks, Beatle thingies, songs. Sorry, this is going to be that stream. But I love the eloquence of her voice. And the tone of everything. And once again, we just got through talking about songs that have these answer back choral or vocal things. You know, I think it's I don't know. It's just maybe I'm starting to accept and sit into my seat of being somebody who has a particular way of being a Beato without being a Beato. And what I mean by that, in respect of who he is, what he's done for his life and the living and stuff, instead of complaining on like why there isn't more of this now, I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to hear it instead of saying things should be this way. No, I'm more like, yeah, well, we had that opportunity to hear it. And then maybe one day they will, and other generations coming up, and it becomes another infused part of their influences. Wow, every now and then the sputter comes out. I think I have one more cheese to do. No, that wasn't the cheese I was talking about. I was cracking my back. You guys. Okay, queso pobre, and then we'll go back into Dono land. Quick, forget it. I'm just shut up. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, let's do this. Ready for a queso pobre, everybody? Our usual suspects. Here we go. Oh, who do we got here? Rowan Sorbus. Rowan Sorbus. Let's go. Oops. My finger's not moving as much as it used to, as good as it used to. Ow. I'm getting ghost pains in my head. Well, obviously they're not ghost pains if I'm feeling them. Idiot. Okay, here we go. This one is, from a game. I think we've done something from this game. It's called Evil Zone. This song is called Feel the Mystical. This is the track from an old obscure fighting game. Oh, is it really? Is it a real old one, guys? The PS1 had some great OSTs, but this one is up there in my top 5. It was hard to pick the track to submit, but I think that this is the one that hints at the most lore, rather than just describing the character about it. Okay, this is Evil Zone. The name of the track is Feel the I'm not gonna do st- Ooh, there's a little something there. Reminds me of Lalo Schifrin. Just that little melody there from Enter the Dragon. Ooh, nice funk. That's like Paul Jackson Jr. style. But there is some live crunch guitar going on back there. Jappy, are you talking about like the lead? Well, sometimes that happens too. You have composers that are guitar players, but just like the sound of a lead, but they have a guitar lead mentality, so they can pull off the bends that really mimic well a lead guitar. Oh my God, those hits. Those samples are as old as the Last Supper. Very catchy. Yeah, it definitely has the 80s club vibe. I think it's more refined actually, you know, sounding than it, let's say that club vibe I think you're shooting for. I think for both of us listening to that you know, kick or kick snare with the hat on it, you know, that whole thing. It just sets me back to, you know, the era of disco. I don't know. I think, if I'm correct, the preeminent rhythm for everything that came from house to rave and everything came from original disco, right? Just 4 on the floor, a real consistent hi hat, kind of vibe, and which I sucked at. You guys have heard me talk about it. I got kicked out of a band in the middle 70s because I couldn't do it. You want me to do Neil Peart, John Bonham, you know, Del Bosio, Narada Michael Walden? I loved playing that all day long. But if you just got me going, I hated that so much that it would self-destruct. I could not keep time. My bass player would always kick my ass for it. As a matter of fact, my bass player, or actually the guy in that band, just messaged me because I had posted pictures. Remember that one picture I had posted with me playing drums like in 10th grade or 9th grade? And I had given you a little story about like these drums came from some... So I'm going to read this to you guys really quick. This isn't a rant, trust me. It's music oriented, but he sent me this thing. He gave me a little more detail about the drum kit, And give me a second here. Oh shit, maybe it's, I hope I didn't lose it or it didn't go too far away. Oh, I think he did. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, here it is. So check it out. That one kit that I was playing, my friend Tommy sent me this. He gave me more details on this. He goes, those Rogers are pre-CBS. They were the original kit played by the Byrds' Michael Clark on debut LP that includes their biggest hits, Turn, 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 and Mr. Tambourine Man. He says he still has them in storage, but he can't believe that we didn't beat the sparkle off of it. And then his last word is, Disco 4 on the floor, Geebz, come on! Oh, man. That's just crazy. A good story, though, that playing on a kit that had that kind of lineage. You know, that's pretty crazy. All right, let's go back into music. Okay, now we're done with Cheesy Wheel. Let's get on. Let's make some catchy uppy. I know, right, Soundgarden? Trippy history. But remember, this guy's dad was a producer by the name of Alan Stanton from the 50s and the 60s. You guys can do your own looking up on stuff. I think he was with Capitol and A&M and some other people. So that was Tommy's dad. And so Tommy's dad, with all those era of that, actually had a Strat and a couple of P basses and Rickenbackers and stuff that like the musicians gave to him for gifts and stuff. And then when Tommy was born, he had his own little mini studio setup. So we just walked right into a kit and a stack and the whole thing. It was quite extraordinary, I say. All right, let's go back into it. Coral Reefer, are you here, sir? Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, Coral Reefer, I hope you're here. If not, we're doing your stuff. Next up is, we're doing a song from, I almost bought this game, Forza Horizon 4. I almost got this. And the name of the track is Sunrise. This song will have go through different sections in the game. It is when first playing the game in the intro. There's only 4 main sections, the different tempos based off of seasons. You first start on fall and proceed from there. Yeah, I almost did it, and then I realized there's all these skins and all these different things that you can, do with it. And I guess I passed on it because I didn't know if I knew much about the Forza skin thing. Guys, this is rare. Let's go. Ooh, I really like this. Nice automation on the filter. Ooh, this is like great drive music setup. I love the rhythmical approach on this. Wow, this is really great drive music. Oh, I love the bass. It's connected. I love that. Yeah, Omen, that's what I'm down for. Bruh, this is great. Were they really? It makes sense that they would be. This is super high level. Oh, hey, Fentel. The syncopated aspect of the arpeggiation is fantastic. Turn around, turn around. I know, Jappy, isn't that bass great? Oh, that just effed with my head. Uh-oh. We're getting into some dubstep. God, this has got to be great driving music if you're playing. Ooh, nice break. It wasn't so trick in the composition of it as much as it was how they switched up the tone around on that. Ooh. Oh, I love that. This is badass. Wow, so creative. I feel like I'm channeling my dad right now. Because as complex as my dad was, as we've talked in the past, he loved this kind of stuff. Remember my story about Frou Frou when he first heard it? He kept on playing it over again. He just loves this, you know? Totally Garden. Literally, this is making me feel good. What a great... the stabs are not, you know, they got this short attack on it, like a little swelly attack on it. And I think that's really important. Here it's slow. It kind of. So clever. Oh, I love this part. Jesus. So well done. There's that bass again. Shit, what a great bass line. And this has been a wonderful grower in the arrangements. It's getting into such a high place. Yeah, I'm learning a little bit more about that, Jappy, that kind of thing that, you know, I find really unique. The one thing that I love doing here when I do this with you guys and I'm learning about all these new styles and stuff like that is even though I'm nowhere near, I'm functioning at 20%, let's say, of my 100% of being, oh, I'm writing music, everything's wonderful, I'm learning all these things. Now I'm like settled in my things and stuff like that. But I like to sit back and be that guy going, oh, wow, that's trick. How they would compress things in a certain way in order to continue the authentic attributes of, let's say, like you said, might be dubsteppy, but then they're not using that same kind of compression technique or soft knee or whatever release in the side chain that they're doing for the other thing. So I think for me that's wonderful to experience because side chaining has become such a powerful thing now to composers and musicians and stuff where, you know, when I started in the 70s, sidechain, I mean, we had a patch bay, but it was made, you know, even though we were the harmonizer, you know, if you were like, if you were, you know, had a badass studio and you had like a, you know, a sick harmonizer or something like that, but you know, the LA2As, just everything was very simple and stuff. And sidechaining has become such an important part to put marks on genres, and it's I get it. Too complicated, like I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not doing all that. Can't somebody just write a patch that does that for me already? But you know, I can sit here and enjoy stuff like that, so I think that's really cool. You know, did it? Yeah, Lisa. You know, us who are a little marinated in our history and stuff. You know, with music and stuff. But I do enjoy it though. I'm so excited to hear new music because it's just. I think the big takeaway from me that also demystifies my non-Beato kind of vibe about everything is the fact that it's so exciting because I know every second every ounce that a young musician, producer, composer stuff puts into this process is so freaking invigorating. You know, and the fact that these younger composers and stuff like that are taking that time and energy as engineers and stuff to do that. I remember that buzz. It's a sick buzz, you know, to be like, oh, this is great. This is, you know, you just, the world, you block the rest of the world out and you're doing your own little ball of creativity. Uh-oh. No, I'm not going on a rant. Sorry, guys. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't too. On that's another good point too. So that's what I mean about that whole sidechain consciousness. You know, is where the vocals were probably the most, you know, marginally chained, if you would, you know, kind of thing. Who was it that sent me that song? Was that Driver? I forgot who sent me that track. But thank you very much. That was a great listen. Okay, Chaotic Old Boar. How are you, my brother? Let's go. Hey, Coral did. Oh, he's not even here. Coral wasn't here. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Driver. Chaotic Old Boar, your turn. Oh gosh. Oh, let's go back into. Now we need some authentic rolling papers for this. Okay, guys, we're gonna be going into some Deep Purple. This is Child in Time Live, 1970. Oh my goodness. Let's do this. What was the name? God, I can't remember. Okay. Fuck. I'm just saying it. Remember back in the 70s, late 60s and 70s, you would buy the rolling papers and what was the name of the dude on the rolling paper package? There was a name for him. I forgot what it was. I don't know. It just triggered me. I'm just saying. I got triggered. Okay. Let's go. All right. Oh my God, I love looking at the outfits of the members in the audience too. Ooh, let's talk about nostalgic. Oh my God, that kit, that's an old Pearl. Sorry. That's drawn between the good and the bad. See the blind man, yeah, he's shooting at the world, bullets flying, oh, taking toll. If you feel bad, Lord, I bet you have, and you've not been here, you've not been hit by flying lead. You better close your eyes, you better bow your head. Wait for the ricochet. forgot how gnarly this song was. Listen to the bass. I mean, the guy's killing it, but... Some sweeping going on there. Let that be a lesson to the noobs who think they are sweep kings. Oof.
Sweet child in time, you'll see the line that's drawn between the good and the bad. See the blind man, yeah, he is shooting at the world, bullets flying, oh, they're taking toll. If you've been bad, Lord, I bet you have. And you've not been hit.
Sorry guys, I'm not saying much because I'm just tripping.
Not been hit by flying lead. You better close your eyes. You'd better bow your head. Wait for the ricochet.
Ooh. That snare work. It just pulled me back into a place where a lot of people's comments here, you know, where the musicians were playing the instruments as they were, that, you know, the setups weren't anywhere near as intense, and all the extra things that we have in our tool chest to make, you know, performing on our instruments with many different nuances by all that sort of stuff. This is a time where, you know, I think it was Dojo said it, you know, where it was just this is raw songwriting, and especially in the essence of the what do they call that, an album project, that a concept vibe. Obviously the song was written when it was written. It's definitely not going to be making it on radio, but it's like that secret little juju on an album that you know is there. There's a song that's going to be for radio and whatever, and you got a masterpiece like this. That's all I got to say about that masterpiece. No sterile production, none whatsoever. You know, and when I listen to that too, and you know, for me, sometimes I wish I was a better musician. You know, watching him play the keyboards and stuff like that. You know, I wish I would have been a little better music. It just looks like so much fun to play, not because I want to be faster. It just seems like it's. Plus, I've lost a lot of my chops anyhow. But then playing on a shitty synth, you know, the feel of the piano is different. Great song. This guy, he has incredible vocal, you know, scale levels. My words are getting a little fuzzy. Octaves, and passion. And all of the performance, and the drummer crushing it. The bass player, actually, out of everybody there, the bass player was really having a blast and was really moving around a lot. And once again, it reminded me of I never learned how to play a bass with a pick, but it has such a great sound to it. I mean, I'm not a bass player. I'm a musician that can play bass when I need to. So I don't invest that much into, you know, the different kinds of sounds. Like, oh shit, I need a bass line, grab my bass, go do something, and then, you know, move on to the next thing. But great listen. I was so chilled on that one, so laid back. But what did trip me out is that drum kit. That's an old Pearl. You guys remember? Is Pearl still a drum brand? Are they still around? But that was an old Pearl. I was like, oh my God. I had a 9-piece. No, I'm sorry. I had a 9-piece Rogers. But yeah, anyhow. Oh, they still are? Okay. And is Zelgin still around? Cymbals? They were huge back then. They got to still be around. But my kid, I had a 9-piece Rogers with Zelgins. Nostalgia. Sorry, guys. See, you got me to part of the stream where I was all, yeah, wacky doodle. Now I'm kind of like the buzz clipped. And now I'm like, hey, bruh. Still hand hammered, huh? Oh, what a craft. What an art form. Okay, let's continue on. Jappy. How are you, Jappy? Nice to have you here while I yappy. Oh, I'm sorry. So today we are going to be doing something from one of our friends here. Thank you very much for your kind dono. This is Andrew Sega? Andrew Sega, Necros. The name of the track is Tangerine Fascination. And so here's some more. Oh, it's a Magic Tracker thing. Oh, you're the one's been dropping that on us. I love that. I watched it the other day when I was exporting the stream. And I was like, God, this is so badass. Not only visually, because it's always fun. It's like, you know, it's like reading music. You know, if you know how to read music and you're listening to a score. Sorry. That was not intended, and it was not the machine. I just... Oh, my God. I think I caught like 2 inches on that. Okay. But it was a fascinating piece of music. You just get right back into it as if it never happened. Anyhow, Chappie, let's go ahead and check this out. I really look forward to this. All right, let's go. Yeah, Omen, it's been quite the day. A little bit of a level 42 vibe. Guys, this is giving me really heavy level 42 sound vibes. I love it. Very creative. Ooh. That's an old school lead sound. Yeah, it's got the Mellotron thing. Oh, Hinder Blur, yours is 2 up. God, this is really, really well written. And I love the fact that this composer is using these sounds. Good call on the Herbie Hancock too, yeah. I know that riff well. Love this arrangement. Very uplifting. This must be the hook. Jappy, that was great. I love that you've turned us on to this style. I don't know if it's been the same composer each time that you're dropping this in. It like you said, the orchestrating and composition skills that really shine through. I think I was mentioning a little earlier on another track, different, that regardless of what sounds they're choosing, because they're wanting to hit retro synthwave or maybe 8-bit, old school, or whatever the case is, you could still hear the composition skills, you know, and defining each one of these relationships in the arrangement with the sounds that they're choosing. You know, it's extraordinary. And I think now we've done about 4 of these already, haven't we? Each one of them has been phenomenal, or this is the 4th one. But yeah, no, you're right about the craftsmanship and stuff like this. It's mind-numbing. And I think when I look at, I'm not too sure that I understand, you know, what I'm looking here at the gameplay or at the video, if this is actually a playthrough of the screen of actual tracking. Like, I'm looking at this and it kind of looks, well, are these faders or are these sections and channels, and you know what's going on here, you know. Kind of reminds me of the old Atari 1040 ST. Did you guys see that picture? When I posted that of the old, I took a screenshot of a session I was in like 1991 with the 1040 ST, and I took a picture of it, you know, kind of a thing. Oh, it is a playback. Okay. Alrighty, let's continue on. I really liked it. I enjoy it. But I mean, it did musically though. It gave me a really, like, I was really. How many of you guys have heard the band Level 42? It gave me that kind of vibe because they love to do a lot of moving around in motion. Yes, I can, driver. I can do that for you, for sure. Oh no! Next up is Hendebler, and I think he just bailed. Oh, bummer. Hendebler. Well, let's do that. Let's do Hendeblers. You still have your 1040 ST? Hey, did you see that picture in Discord that I shared? Of I took that screenshot of the 1040 ST. That's hilarious. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Hendebler wears. He just left too. What a bummer. Well, let's go. So this track is coming from our friend Hendebler. The name of the artist is Yorushika. The song is Thought Crime. His message is, hey Geebz, this is a cool song from the producer-singer duo Yorushika. It's about the composer's struggle with the line between plagiarism and paying homage. How to be inspired by something without emulating it. Oof, I know that vibe. The title and lyrics reference both George Orwell's 1984 and the haiku by the Japanese poet Ozaki Hosai and his retrospects from his final years of life. Hope you enjoy. The video is in a weird size. It's not broken. Okay. All right, so let's do this. This is from our friend Hendebler, and let's see what this is all about. All right. Jesus, this drummer has that Stuart Copeland thing going on. I love it. Especially the hi-hat work. God, I love the tone of her voice. Bruh, the bass. I just love the tone of her voice. Little tinkling piano. You know, it's not the tonic, but it's the da da da. I think it's beat. Oh. Got a little poppy reggae vibey here. That was a badass track, man. That whole rhythm section, just ball crushing. Sorry, I picked up my guitar. I just wanted to figure out what note that was. Anyhow, the construction of the tracks rhythmically were so insanely tight and so wonderful, but the tone of her voice, especially the softer, lower alto kind of vibe of it, was just wonderful. This is just another example of me listening to this, just still being, mind numbed, if you would, by a lot of the precision that comes out. I almost feel like, if I say this, and I don't want to rub anybody the wrong way, but I think what happened in the West is we really lost our luster for studio musicianship and certain things because of the direction music took in more popular genres. And still yet, look, this was released 4 years ago. 44 million views, and it's almost like, this slugfest of an A-team musicians playing these things are like something we don't have anymore. I'm not saying that we don't have, because no one's good enough in the West to do that. It's just it's not the focus. And because I think popular music coming from the West doesn't have such a creative musical outlet as like anime games and stuff like that on the focus of the back of tens of, a couple generations now of video games, you still keep on getting these musicians that are just so freaking prolific. Once again, this isn't I'm not saying that in the West that there isn't this quality. It's there, but they're just like going, the record companies want us, or the people are just writing this way or just doing things this way. I think the closest it may come would be country. I don't know. I'm just saying. But yeah, I wanted to share that. That was a great track. A great track. Bass player though. But even the drummer, everybody was crushing. But there was they were playing it in B flat. I think it was, if I can remember. So it was the tonic. I'm sorry, I just picked my nose in front of you. I'm not picking it. It's hurting right now. Anyhow. Lisa, you're next. Lisa. Okay. How are you, Lisa? How you been? Okay, next up we're doing Open Mike Eagle, production by Diamond D. The song is I'll Fight You. Honestly, I just love the concept of the music video and wanted to share something fun for the first stream back. Thank you. It's not the most complex beat, but it grooves. It's fun, and I think both the song and the video are great examples of less is more, and I love that. This track is about writing music and trying to figure oneself out through it from Open Mike Eagle's 8th studio album, Component System with the Auto Reverse, with production by legendary hip-hop producer Diamond D from A Tribe Called Quest and the Fugees. Sorry. All right, Lise. Nice to have you in here, dear. Let's go.
Fly with my devices charged. I eat it edible and write some bars. I script illegible, it's nice and large. And I awaken when the lights come on. I'm really filling out a crisis card. It's 1, 2, counting vacation days. And day 1, outrun annihilation waves. And day 2, rescue a HBCU. And day 3, visit Haiti with a Haitian Davis. 1, 2, middle-aged poster child. I heard I gotta put the potion down. I heard it's time to put the vocals in. I need to try a new approach again to really know how it's supposed to sound. It's 1, I'm in the jungle like Axl Rose, and if you float through the hood,
love the chords that are very back there.
It'll suck you in. You hear a pump jump.
Great chords there.
Just 1, 2, trying to get my heart restored. I need some money in the harpsichord. Sent to the Dumbian apartment for it. If he wanna give us out for blood, then I will run at you across the floor. It goes. It'll be endless. I will fight you every day. It'll be endless. I will fight you every day. Was that one thing that they say? Run that upstairs above my pay grade. I don't know, man. No idea, dog. Melt that snow. My mind chose like
oh shit, got a jump scare. I was getting so into that I wasn't expecting. I looked around, thought I dropped something.
This on the track like shots fired. I painted black like Rob Piper. Tap out, hold your pinch nostril. Black out like John Stossel. Act out your ensemble. Who among us is Megasus? I'm writing raps on the megabus. Imagine flight like a Pegasus. My suitcase feels overweight. It's too late for them to hold the gate. Instead of goose chase, negotiate. I'm tucking thoughts in the loops like shoelace roller skates. I won't wait. Who won't cut the blue ribbon? You woke up like who did it? Like show us stool pictures.
The artistry and cadence that these artists present.
It'll be endless. I will fight you.
I love this answer back.
It'll be endless. I will fight you every day. Was that one thing that they say? Run that upstairs above my pay grade. I don't know, man. No idea, dog. Melt that snow, man. No idea, dog. It'll be endless. I will fight you every day. It'll be endless. I will fight you every day. It'll be endless. I will fight you.
Lisa, what a great track. You know, I think one of the most important things about music, you know, when you say less is more, I think for all of us who are artists, that the struggle can be real, and we forget how impactful things could be with that. You know, remembering that kind of information is so important. Is just to be able to settle us into a groove. Everything about rhythms and stuff, and these particular, even though the drum and some of the samples were repeating, it's the sparseness of it. It's not repeating every 2 bars, so it gets completely. There was that, you know, that had its little groove in there, but it was back enough to not like give you a little cut in the ear, if you know, in the listening experience. The guy's tone of his voice was phenomenal. I loved his little melodic hook. Da 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 da. It was very nice. But you know, the one thing that I've learned to enjoy about rap, you know, my daughters and their mother and stuff like that, especially their mother, believe it or not, she's, you know, a year or 2 younger than me. She's hardcore rap. I'm talking about book smart rap, and she's taught me a lot. You know, things that I knew I was hearing, but I didn't know what it was. About understanding about that. And this particular style really has a soft spot for me because it's almost like that acid jazz kind of a vibe that I like to sink into. You know, this was one of those tracks, and it brought it. So the less is more was much more, you know, with it. So thank you so much, Lisa. That was such a chill listen, you know. And that's the other thing too, is Lisa, what I love about that too is, you know, too, because I can hear influences in some of your work and how you write as well. And it's also finding those, you know, sometimes it's it's a repeat cluster of chords that have such a sexiness to it. In this particular type of hip hop or rap or something, I don't know if we call it that way, but anyhow. Yes, Lisa does always bring it, for sure. Okay, next up. Oh. Sorry, I had a ghost pain. We're going to be listening to The Power of the Funk is coming up next. How are you, Power of the Funk, if you still be here? Let's see what we got here for The Power of the Funk. The name of the band is Deluxe. Hey, how are you, Power of the Funk? The song is Michael. This is a little extra cheese for the request. Okay. He says he loves us all, folks. Ladies and gents, on today's menu, the brand new Deluxe title, Fresh and Crispy. The new song is Introduction, the upcoming, the 5th studio album. Bon appetit, babies. All right, so we got new stuff coming here. Let's go. Wow, what great engineering on the drums.
I'm gonna share with you my greatest fears. I don't wanna play house, I don't wanna play doll. Most of all, won't sip it in a mouth, cause I got one life, one easy life. Feels so good, like 32 should. The globe is my dessert, your domestic third. Brace yourself, be nice, be nice.
Wow, what a great track. Jeez. What a tone in her voice.
What you said, it must be getting to my head. The clouds, the clouds, the I don't wanna play mouse, I'd rather get him all. Maybe be the breadwinning that the works abroad, let you play the wife.
getting up there on that neck. Bass man.
I'm so afraid of death. You can smell it on my breath in the morning. I'm rotten, so rotten. Inside.
Nice mute technique.
It's just the way you said. It's getting to my head. Clingy little fog. A blessing to be bright is trying to ruin my life. My easy life. What if it's me I'm going to serve? Ain't my what I don't deserve. Look high. Let it get it to my heart. Look high. Cling a little bud. Yeah.
What a nice track that was. I was kind of mesmerized with the kit. And the bass player was smoking. She has a wonderful tone in her voice. The danciness of it, the whole thing was just something that just gives you the full bounce all the way through and through. Love the tone of her voice. Something else that I've experienced, with the Journeys is that when somebody has an incredibly wonderful voice like this, is that inevitably she has fans of other female singers that will emulate the style. And, it's been such a unique thing through the course of my life to watch any musician, vocal included, all the way through and through, just how things have changed based on standing on the shoulders of giants and your influences. And sometimes it'll work out to be too much, and then you get too many artists sound too much alike and close like that. But it's just original. And I think for me, what's wonderful is when I listen to a voice like this one right here, the uniqueness, the standout uniqueness of it is like is something magical to listen to. Though I recognize there's other approaches that are similar in some of the other singers that we've listened to here. She has a really super. There's a little bit like she had a little bit of a touch of that singer, the Billie Holiday, but LP. You guys know that artist LP? She has curly hair. She has a little faster vibrato and stuff, I think it is, but very, very, very unique vocal tone and stuff like that. But that's what I pulled from it. Yeah, very unique voice for sure. No, I know that there's LP, but there's an artist named LP, like L and P. She's a singer. Amy Winehouse too. Yeah, there are the inflections are kind of similar. They kind of come from that same little vibe there. But I'm not coming down, but I'm chilling right now. The Driver, if you are still here, then... Oops, oh shit, what did I just do? Oh no. Hang on for a second, guys. Oops, I gotta refresh my browser. Stand by. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I had to just rescue my form. Because, yeah. Okay, here we go. So the driver, if the driver is here, I don't know if the driver's here. I think he may have bailed a little earlier, perhaps. This is for you, my friend. This is, the song is Poolside. Or the artist, I'm sorry, is Poolside. The song is Sunrise Strategies. And this is a perfect track to end the day with, or night. Wait a minute. Was I supposed to save this for later? He did. He wanted me to save this for later. Sorry. I just remembered. So, next up. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Not sorry. Remember when Pee Wee Herman said that? I'm not sorry. Okay, here we go. Mawpaw. Mawpaw, are you here? So Mawpaw would like us to listen to... Yeah, I remember that, Driver. That's why I said it the last thing. Oh, no, wait a second. I forgot. Because I'm not remembering really well right now. Everything's beginning to fade into a bliss there. Hey, Mel Choirblade's in town. Okay, Mawpaw may not be here, but let's move on with her. Him, them. I don't know. This is Fever the Ghost. The name of the song is Source. He's saying, welcome back. Good to see you back. Thank you very much. Good to have you here. Oh, there you are. Hi, Mawpaw. How are you? Let's see. Good to see you back. This is a very fun song with some super funky animation to go with it. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Not sure if rock is the right genre, but oh well. The thumbnail looks really kind of cool, though. You're right about the animation. All right, Mawpaw. Thanks for hanging out and waiting, and also thank you so much for your dono. Let's go. Little bit of trippy stereo pinging going here. This is cool. Oh, I love the basses following in unison. Oh, this is nice. Curious choice of ambient and reverb setting for those background vocals. Really nice separation. I love the integration of the authentic funk, but you still have the little synthy loops and arpeggiations happening. Yeah, the Tame Impala thing for sure. That's another band I got to get back to. You're right about the animation. I definitely love that. Thank you, Lisa. I'm gonna go check him out. Animator's great. Yeah, the animation was fantastic, but I mean, it married so well with the music. I just, what I don't know is if it was written with the intention of giving it to the animator to make this video, or maybe the animator listened to the song and was influenced to do this video. As far as animation is concerned, I mean, the animation kind of gave me the Blue Meanies Yellow Submarine vibe, for those of you who remember. But as far as the track was concerned, I really enjoyed, like I said earlier, the authenticity of some of the funkiness of it, and but still layering a lot of these little arpeggiations that were swimming around and going back and forth and kind of pinging around in there. But I did find it very unique on how they remember we were talking about it earlier. We were all having a little conversation on how a genre mix kept the compression in to keep it authentic while it was locked into the body of a song, so it had its own genre respect in it, if you would. I thought this was one of those kind of things where I was listening to this kind of, I want to say, medium plate reverb, kind of, maybe they blended plate with room or something like that. They really were able to get a really unique sound out of the vocals with a particular reverb approach that they were doing that I was really focusing on. But the groove of it was just was super chill, and I dug it. I'm in a really good space for listening to the music now. I don't know that I'm saying so much as I normally do. Now I'm getting in. I'm not sitting there going, this is badass. But Lisa, I'm going to go check out the. Lisa, if you wouldn't mind going to Discord and just dropping that link to that YouTuber of that animation, that would be great. Yeah, the music was a feeler. And it's quite successful, actually. 53 million views in 10 years. Yeah, this is getting blocked. Guaranteed. Anyhow, let's continue on. Jaysby. Jaysby, are you here? If you're still here, Jaysby, I'd be here. Looks like we're going to be doing some Meteor Prime. Metroid. I keep on saying Meteor. Thanks, Turnip. Let me click on it and save it really quick. Okay. Thank you guys, both of you. This one is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. The name of the track is Dark Samus Theme. This is from Jaysby. I don't know if Jaysby here, but thank you very much and kind for your little donation. I really do appreciate it. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I'm so chill right now. The composer is Kenji Yamamoto. Let's do this, guys. All right. Kind of gave me some Ray Parker Jr. vibes at the beginning. You know if you know. Didn't it, SB? That is some trick-ass guitar work going on back there. Oh, Rotten Soundgarden, yes. Was it me? What's the essence of this game? Like, what are the achievements? So I can get a little theater of the mind. But are you killing other aliens or you're blowing things up kind of thing? Well, isn't that most video games? Oh, bounty hunter. Hey, Square Mill, how are you? That's real guitar playing back there. I just love where it is in the mix. It's one of those chordal patches. I like the bend there. Sounds like it would have been a real intriguing spot in the video game, as apparently that was a loop point. I think it looped twice already by that point. I don't know what was going on in the game here, if he was shooting bad guys or blowing up things or, you know, on a mission of doing something. But it definitely had that kind of get your D in the dirt, look around, and just always like you're accomplishing things of that nature. Oh, it's exploring. Okay, I like stuff like that. You know, it's really funny over this surgery recovery. I didn't do much video game playing actually. I don't know why. I think I was spaced out too much. The other thing that I had mentioned earlier was that out of everything that we heard there was live guitar playing going on back there, but the composer had grounded it down to a nub of a sound, and it was back there, but it was almost like a meandering gnat by your ear, and you go, shit, what the fuck's that? You know, if you had that gnat by your ear, you're trying to go to sleep, and a gnat hit you know. But it was very tasteful. I was going, oh, there's some really nice little bends and stuff going on back there, but you had to lean into it to listen to it. And that's one of those things, too, that once again, that we go through on these journeys with the video game music. You're not going to hear any of these freaking nuances, you know, unless you listen to the piece of music on its own like we just did. I mean, why did they put these things in these bags? What toxins are they using in order to prevent this from drying up? I think we should have a discussion about this some other time. I'm just saying. Pinche moscas. But the other thing I liked about it too was a really nice little rubbery bass line. You know, it just kept it very. The whole thing was menacing. It was kind of a, you know, menacing with a minor in pinche moscas. Yeah, it's a silica pack, isn't it? Those main ingredients is SiO2. It looks like it's a chem. Yeah, funny. I don't know if you can see this, but it actually says that it's like a chem company. So I take it they put the chem bag in the plastic bag that's made of chems to protect the chems that are probably added to the food from drying out and turning into chemicals again before you eat the food. I don't know. Is it me? For God's sakes. It's like the point of diminished returns, you know what I mean? Oh, I guess, yeah. I mean, I know what, I guess that's what that does. It's like mothballs for food. Hano ukulele. All right, let's go to, let's see. Ooh. Hey, Skips. What's going on, buddy? Nothing worse than soggy peas. Yeah, rancid beans. Let's see. Who's coming up next? Sorry, guys. Now I'm starting to move kind of slowly. Unless they're a pie floater. Okay, next up. Park Pal, in with the people's elbow. I'm sorry, I have to refresh my data. Sorry, my form is moving a little slow. Give me a second. Okay, next up. Excuse me. Hey! Tonto Corazón. Pibe. ¿Qué ondas? Hey, how are you, tonto? ¿Qué lo que? ¿Qué lo parió? ¿Qué lo que? All right, my friend. Ah, that's how you... Oh, ¿qué lo que? Because in Argentina, we just say, che boludo. You know if you know. Che boludo. Che pelotudo, ¿qué haces? ¿Qué ondas? So we got pelotudo, boludo, pelotudo. Wait, pelotudo, boludo. Oh, here's another one. Che huevón. Oh, boy. All right, let's get back into the game here. I'm sorry, we just laugh. That's what we do. We laugh. Ammon can't even laugh. He puts L-E-L, which I'm sure there's a reason behind it. All right, let's get back to our game. All right, I mean our music. So first of all, thank you very much, Tonto Corazón. Muchas gracias. And yes, I am back, and thank you for coming in and saying thank you for your donation. So we are going to listen to Thank You Scientists. This is a great band. Very, very, very musical. I can't believe nobody submitted this one to you. I looked through all the channels and Discord and didn't see it anywhere. So this is coming from our friend here, Tonto Corazón. We're going to listen to Thank You Scientists, and the name of the song is, okay, Fox Mulder, FXMLDR. I mean, that could be an acronym for something else. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Oh. Damn, they sound fantastic. Don't do it. Forgot I loved this guy's voice. this. He definitely has that Claudio Coheed and Cambria vibe in his voice. But, I mean, he stands out on his own, but that's. It's a heavy thing to be in that club. I love the musicians are having a great time too. They're loving the music. That guitar player. Oh, this is badass. This is so badass to watch. Video-wise, I love the purposeful 1980s basketball high-top socks vibe. Such power coming out of the bass player, and he's just sitting there going, hey. Bass player. so great to watch. I mean, the music's phenomenal, but
Looks like you finally made it. Looks like you finally made it. Looks like you finally made it. How I've anticipated your return to planet Earth. Looks like you finally made it. How I've anticipated your return to planet Earth. Light years away, you made it. There's no more contemplating. Take me home. Take me home.
wow. SB, look at the motion. Is that it? What? Oh,
Looks like you finally made it. How I've anticipated your return to planet Earth.
I'll stick around for the credits.
Light years away, you made it. There's no more
Getting a second to listen again. Each one of these musicians are phenomenal. Yeah, that engineering, mind-numbing engineering. This is when you had that kind of fun in life, guys. That was the time to do it. Look at that. All right, that's for that. That was such a great drop, Tonto. That was such a great drop. I get mesmerized once again. The musicianship on this was phenomenal, but the fact that there's these little elements in there, well, dare I say little elements, like for instance with the marimba and the xylophone playing and stuff like that, that was accentuating, you know, the moves by the guitar and the bass. A lot of unison work, and it really makes a difference, you know. It's an orchestrator's move, you know. Obviously, when you have a lot of really fast work that's happening even with an orchestra, you know, you got to get those mallets to go ahead and give just a little bit of a purposeful pop on the runs or the more faster sections of a piece of work in that capacity. In this case, I thought it was an extraordinary idea, probably not the first, but at least as far as I'm being made aware of, to have that horn section, that whole brass section from the marching band in there, that looked like they were having the time of their lives, number one. Number two, that looked like they had full-on authentic respect for the musicians and the bands and you know, the as a whole, the band members as a whole and everything. My throat. So I thought. Anyhow, I'm editing that out. Either way, Tonto Corazon, it was an unbelievable thing. It's so, for me, it's so wonderful to watch. I'm sorry. It's so. Let me pull myself together again. To me, it's such a wonderful, respectful thing to watch all the musicians just having the best time ever. I think you said it better earlier when it's just so fun to watch. Musically, though, thank you, Scientist. I think I did one of their tracks early on in the Decomposer Lounge. I was completely blown away by their musicianship, and that's the other thing too. I'm I'm watching the guitar player, the bass player, and everybody, and I have such respect for musicians who have done so much woodshedding in their craft. And I think if I'll never say I have a regret, but if there's something that I think like, you know, if I wasn't so hell bent on surfing and, you know, maybe taking some of that time and put it in this direction, that all that dexterity and the double-handed moves with the bass playing and all the, you know, metronomic perfection. Is that a word? Metronomic? I don't know. It's just so amazing to watch. I'm jealous of it because my brain actually moves that fast when I'm doing arrangements and I'm writing, but my hands don't, especially now as I get older. You know, I can't do that stuff, but the tapping and running and that whole, all of that sort of stuff, you know, I just wish I had a better way of representing it instead of, you know, not being able to do it. So, Tonto Corazon, thank you so much, man. That was such... Oh, they opened up for Between the Buried and Me. That had to have been a crazy show. Could you imagine these guys opening up for Between the Buried and Me? Oof. That would be absolutely mental. Anyhow, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Really do, Tonto. You bring in that stuff. Sorry I brought in my stuff. Shit. I'm such a D-bag sometimes. Okay. Next up is Doc Doom. And let's see what we got here from Doc Doom. This has probably been one of the most craziest classless streams I've ever... You know? But I'm not well. Can I use that as an excuse? You know, I'm not my 100% well. I have drugs going through my system, antibiotics, hydrocodone, whatever the name, not Percocet. What are the name of those things? Prednisone. I'm a mess. But of course, geez, Omen, you're crushing it today. Okay, let's continue on. So this one is for Doc Doom. Doc Doom, are you in the house? Doc Doom to the rescue. Let's go. So Doc Doom wants us to listen to the Callous. Oh, it's a play? The Callous Daoboys? Is that really a band? The Callous Daoboys? Or is this like I'm getting rickrolled for a porn? Like, you know, Saving Ryan's Privates? Okay, wait a second. The Callous Daoboys. The name of the track is Star Baby. Okay, here we go. Ooh, what a great sound on that bass, that tone. Mark that off the bingo card, please. I wonder if they're using like a pitch harmonizer with those guitar tones. Jeez. I wonder if that do they use like a pitch harmonizer or something to get that unique tone in their guitars?
Star baby, did you deep
frick, man, this is so clever. Yo, that's what I was thinking, that Fallout Boys. They had a Fallout Boys vibe on this. Also, another band from Australia has similar.
I'll be a true toy for the hound of Baskerville. I'll stop a speeding bullet with time to kill. Don't want any Callous Daoboys. I want my murder podcast. My cause is the one that we studied in physics class.
Oh, this. Ah, that's what I was thinking of right there. 12-foot ninja. Yes, SB. Or maybe I'm off, but for some reason it came to mind. A little bit of an Avenged Sevenfold kind of vibe. Just in the uniqueness and the switch up. So double A. You're so right. Great tone, my God, the mixing on this. Almost sounds like there is a sax back there, or there's a line that's similar sounding. I mean, I know there's that synthy stuff happening there, da da, you know, that's holding the melody, but. Great piece of work. How does this only have 5,000 views? What the hell? That was a great track. I think I stopped it a little short there. Doc Doom, that was a brilliant freaking track. That was so freaking brilliant, and their dynamic jerk around, you know, with shifting up, you know, from the darkness to the happier to the. It's very musical theater. It's like bands like this. I almost feel like, you know, they with their skill set and everything and their writing capabilities, and they give these turnarounds that just out of the blue kind of stuff. If you're really truly listening to their music, you know, you don't need musical theater because you're painting your own story in your head. But these musicians like this, or the other ones that we talked about, Avenged Sevenfold, Breaking Benjamin, or even 12-inch Ninjas, those guys, they're so freaking creative that it's such a pleasure to listen to them, because they're such great musicians that they can, that I think what we were talking about earlier in the stream today about musicians, I think from the gaming world, that the flex isn't about them, let's say, writing this stuff to kind of be front and center as far as the musicians or the arrangers or composers. You know, they just want to write this great music and hang out behind and stuff. It's like these guys are the same kind of hybrid creative people, musicians and stuff. And it's just such a wonderful thing to listen to. I'm like, damn, I wish I lived in Los Angeles still. They're playing at the 31st at the Palladium. And this would have been something I would have said. I would have called up their press guy. Hey, I'm a little old man on YouTube, and I do a little thingy. Can I come over there? I would have loved to have heard this, loved to hear this and that. So loved it. Would have loved to have been there for the show. How's that? So, what'd I say? Did I do something wrong, SB? Well, that's a good way to put it, Doc Doom. It scratches every musical itch. It is a hybrid theory as well. You're right. I guess I must have said something wrong. Yeah. Oh, I said 12-inch Ninja? That's hilarious. Instead of 12-foot Ninja. Sorry, I brought him down to micro size. That wasn't my intention, obviously. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid in a nice way. I'm not programming my brain by saying that. I don't really believe I am, but, you know. Amazing jokes to be made there. Oh, my God. Don't do that, Garden. My stripper name. I didn't have a stripper name. I was a clown. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I'm just stretching. I'm just letting the blood flow for a little bit. Just give me a second here. Oh, shit. The first time some sun's coming out. Okay. Yeah, it's clown bod now. Back in the day, though, brown chicken, brown cow. No, I'm kidding. Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, to see sun for the first time all the time. I want to go back. Ah! Dracula. Oh, Amon's getting into the dark side of the game. I like that. Look at that. Look at that. I love his sense of humor is cooking. Okay, next up is Nicrotho. Okay. Necros, are you here? Hey, how are you? Yeah, I've been hanging around the whole time. My God, my stream is going to almost 6 hours now. It looks like somebody just posted. I don't know what it says, but I'm still here. I feel good still. I might have to just take a short break, but I be going. So, from our friend Necros, we are doing a track from, is this Asian Kung Fu Generation is the name of the band or the artist. And the song is single version. Like I don't know, or if maybe that was a typo. Let's go ahead and listen to this. Necros, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you here, and thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Let's see what we are going to listen to here now, gang. Let's go. I like the shoegazy element of this guitar here. Just letting it carry and long and but I don't think shoegaze traditionally has anything that's fast, because I don't have enough knowledge, but Almost sounds like it's a backing track for vocals, and they just pulled out the vocals and just letting the track carry itself, which is a good thing. Oh, there they are. A little bit of a Police vibe. Very Police. Not quite as clean as, they have a little more dirt on this, but I know, Omen, that's where I'm pulling this from. But then even the ride work here, you know, the Stuart Copeland vibe as well. Oh, this is the same composer from what? Naruto? I'm reading that right, yeah. Sorry, being manic and cleaning up. Even the bass work. It's like if the Police stepped off to the side for a second and did a side gig for somebody. It's a good thing. It's a praise. Yeah, Doc, you know, it's the groove thing. I like this. This was one of those. This has been one hell of a stream, hell of a track. As I was saying earlier, though, I would say the infused influence probably came from a few. I think somebody else mentioned. I was thinking of another band, and then somebody said it earlier, like kind of a Ben's Fold kind of vibe, as well. Once again, for me, when I'm listening to music like this, and then I realize that we have another language singing. It's another artist from another part of the world and stuff like that. Once again, I go back into the unique articulation of their vowels or the sounds of the words that they say that actually make such an impact on the delivery as an artist singing and stuff like that. Different that we're like myself, I'm not used to hearing, which sounds really cool. It sounds like a string nuance, or a sax nuance or something that you just leaves its own mark. The basic track so really felt like, and I say this with praise, not with any other thing, because I mean, if you can get anywhere near as close as these guys, you're magic. But it did have that Police kind of vibe, I think we are all already talking about it and stuff. And even with Sting kind of bass playing, I think that was one of the magic thing about the Police is they could take such a groove, and it doesn't have to be complex, and they could just make it just kill. And that's what this band did. I didn't know for a second. I thought for a second when I said before the vocals came in, and when the vocals came in, I went, "Oh shit, man, that's like 100. That's a minute 45 into the track." And so I thought for a second the groove and the track was so cool. I was going, "Oh, it just sounds like they decided to pull out vocals and just let this thing groove." And then all of a sudden the vocals came in. But actually, funny enough, that was another thing that the Police would do. You know, they'd go a whole minute before they actually get into the vocals or the melody of it, just because they want you to sink in the groove. This was a great track. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Thank you so much. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Necrito, right? You dropped this track on us. Thank you so much. That was killer. Oh, Jack Zira, you is next with No Feara. Guys, we're going to be doing some Fire Emblem. Oh, you're welcome, Necrito. Thank you so much for not only coming by and doing the dono, but also hanging out this long and waiting. Let me see. Jack's here. Where's Jack? I bet you Jack he may have bailed. It's been a long time. He's one of our legacy crew members here. This song is from Fire Emblem Heroes. I guess that must be another iteration, like a few Fire Emblems. So this is called Destiny Closes In. His message, glad to see you bouncing back so well. Thank you. I feel good. It's good to be back with you guys. Hope you enjoy the track. The strings are amazing. Oh, all right. Let's go. We got some strings coming in. Neener, neener. Jesus, you're not kidding. This is for a mobile game? You know, I was going very Rachmaninoff-y. I can never do that. I don't have that skill set. But I could play the shit out of the air piano. This is so bold. This is so glorious. In my mind, I'm having a hard time processing that this was for a cell phone video game. I mean, I take it that most people that play cell phone video games, or if that's what you mean mobile, I'm not sure, have headsets on to enjoy something like this. This is so tremendous. Boy, the pianist and the violinist going through the Rachmaninoff chops. There's a little bit of a whole new world from Disney that kind of creeps in the melody now and then. I know it's weird, but... That percussion sound design, that reminds me of a stylus thing. Ostinato madness. Oh my God, you're saying it's going to key change and repeat. Oh my God. That's mind-numbing musicianship that's going on there. You know, one of the things that I found that was really unique about it, it was very, you know, brass heavy in its supporting arrangement, but there wasn't a fat string section. From what I can gather as I'm making this point, that the support for the single violinist or maybe a couple of overdubs or things that were happening there compared to the size of what sounded like a more of a robust brass section, horn brass section, it had a very small, if any, of just the one violin work that was going on there. And that made it stand out a little more as far as I'm concerned, the performance aspect of that. You know, instead of a whole section playing everything and stuff like that, they get that one musician that's just tearing it up. And the pianist, both those guys, man, having to do those runs, and just... I would have maybe done 2 of those before I would have tripped over my fingers and said, screw it, I'm going surfing, which was pretty much my MO. So, oh, it's almost midnight, huh? For you guys, some of you people? Oh, okay, well, let me see. I only actually have 6 more to go. But you know what, guys? I really do have to take a quick restroom break. I'm not even going to stop the stream. I'm not going to hit the button. Just give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, my goodness. All right. Ugh. Back. Thank you for that, guys. It felt more like a 3-minute stream to me. Oh, you're talking about this game, not me. Okay, sorry. I'm just saying. Boo. Yeah, the older I get, the streams are... we don't need to go there. Okay, next up is Ice Hat. How are you, Ice Hat? If you're still here. I know it's late for a lot of folks. I know. Thanks for hanging in there, Ice Hat. Next up, another great composer. I love listening to the style change-ups this composer loves to bring to his games or his works for the game Risk of Rain, which is from Mr. Chris Christodoulou. And this is a... Oh, you're in Noosa? Oh, love that. Like I say to you guys all the time, I have a daydream that one day I'm just going to go to Australia for 10 days and just, I don't know, there's something about Australia that I've always wanted to be over there and experience, catch a little surf or something. Anyhow, so let's do that. Alrighty. Oh, there's fellow Aussies in there, Ice Hat. Here we go. Nice tight sound on that snare. Nice synth sweep modulation and coming around. God, this guy's so talented. With such power behind this composition stuff. I was about to say I'm not hearing any guitar. Open my fat mouth and here it is. I wonder if he plays his own guitar. Yeah, there's a guitar crunch in there, but he's not making it an emphasis on this. Little Dream Theater-ish. Yeah? No, maybe? Nice with the engineering. I'm just, you know, beside myself at the talent of this composer, and especially if he's playing, the guitar. I don't know what his composing instrument is of choice, but that guitar work was just phenomenal. But it definitely had that, super prog rock. Everything that this composer does all has prog element to it. Very progressive. He doesn't like to dick around in the simple sauce. You know what I meant. He just, he always has this, very powerful set of jump skills to get into, whether it's some meter shifting or syncopated works, and something else that I really enjoy, especially on this track, is that it's not exploration. That's a good word for it. By the way, super local. How's it? Another thing is that I really enjoy about his work. It's very raw in the recording aspect, so it's very human. It feels very, very human. And I'm just really curious if he's the guitar player on these things. I guess I could look it up on my own, but I kind of relish in listening to the guitar playing being beautifully humanized in an era where you can clean things up, nudge a little something and all that. I think that adds all the authenticity in the world and stuff. So that was a great drop, Ice Hat. That was really sick. Derp Cat Dog. How are you, if you are here? Derp Cat Dog. Derpy Cat Dog. We only got about 5 more to go, guys. So I'm still feeling good. I'm all right. Let me make sure I stay hydrated, though. Derp Cat Dog would like us to... Yeah, Ice Hat. It was a killer track. This is called Nomine. Oh shit, Nomine. Nomine is the name of the band, maybe, or is it a game? I'm not sure. The name of the song is Das Omen. And of course, Derp Cat Dog is wondering if I'm doing well. I am. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I don't know what this is as far as style is concerned, but I know Derpy Cat Dog always drops it for us. Let's go, guys. Let's see what this is all about.
Nigre, legiones, verus, imperator, sinus, occultus, fatum, terminator.
Das Omen.
Should have gave me a flashy warning. Is this a game, guys?
Du drehst dich im schwarzen Licht, dein Schatten explodiert wie ein Vulkan. Du bist wie ein Stern, der spricht. Verfallen bin ich dir in meinem Wahn. In deinem Bann, du mich ertränkst.
Yeah, that's the name of the band. I was going, why it sounds like that rock band Ramrod or something. I couldn't figure it out. Rammstein, I guess, yeah.
Schließe den Kreis des Bösen, das Omen.
The German EDM rave house compositions are very unique. I believe they have their own genre, don't they? Or it's very identifiable.
Spüre die Macht, wenn du mich von den Göttern trennst. Du bist mein Heiligtum. Du bist mein Licht im Raum. Du bist das Leben. Du bist der Fluch.
So it's an interwoven genre. Like something like this. This is like a telltale sign. Oh, I see.
Das Omen.
reminds me of a track where that Viking guy was dancing. Remember that very famous viral video of the Viking guy dancing in the street? It has that same kind of power, that same kind of theater of the mind for me. Yeah, Techno Viking guy, yeah.
Du bist die Kraft, die Macht und die Prophezeiung in Ewigkeit. Du bist das Omen.
That was really a badass track. That was actually more of like an educational track for me in the sense that I'm listening to it. It sounded, I don't know if this was a poor generation of the song, tone-wise, like it was like a recompressed MP3 or something, or if that's the actual master vibe of it, which wouldn't surprise me because it has that gritty heaviness to it. But yeah, that whole movement, you guys are Doc Doom when you had mentioned that. There is this kind of how do I describe this? The Techno Viking cultural call to action, you know, the hard fighting center of Europe kind of vibes, like, you know, this would be kind of the kind of music that would have been used if, you know, they had music to things that were shot when of that era would have been, you know, the battles and stuff, very call to action, very, I guess that would be a call to action, but I really did enjoy the more stabbier synth sounds that I guess make up what is that German style of composition. And I also think the way the language sounds too really plays into it really, really well. You know, the syllables, the punchiness of the syllables in the words and the vowels and stuff. As I had mentioned before, it could be Japanese, Chinese, German, French. Everybody delivers a different thing. But at least in this capacity, it really adds to the darkness and the gaunt and gothicness. I don't know what the hell. Anyhow, yeah, exactly. It's like it would be like the Roman army. It would be like if you took it, it'd be really, you know how people do mashups, like they'll take old movies but they put newer music to it. You know, and show, you know, that would be that kind of thing, you know. Oh, they use Latin as well. Oh, I see. Is Nomine, that's the name of the artists, or the duo, or is it one guy or is it a couple guys? Yeah. Total marching into battle. Yeah, you're right. Warhammer kind of vibe as well. Or yeah, if he bothered to dance. That would be funny, mash up to Gladiator. Which was the name of another porn back in the day. Okay, wait a minute. No, I did not say that. Next up, Z-Man. How are you? Yeah, whoa, here we go. Hi, Z-Man, if you were there. You didn't hear that. I thought you guys didn't hear that. I did say that too loud, didn't I? Z-Man, if you're not here, thank you very much for coming back and saying hi. This one is called A Hat in Time. It's a game OST. So this is a game. The name of this track is Your Contract Has Expired. Uh-oh. Sounds like the Hunger Games kind of vibe. Here we go. Okay, SB. I don't know what this game's about, but looking at the thumbnail, this music is freaking perfect. Got the organ and the low vocals behind that. Oh. Okay, SB, let's go. Oh my God, listen to that old lead sound. With that flange, it reminds me of a Prophet VS, or maybe a Prophet 5. You know, this has symphonic metal vibes, yeah? I mean, this arrangement would really translate very well. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Sounded like those were Tom overdubs. Pretty melodic. I wonder what kind of action is going on in the game here. Yeah, I went back into that Elfman Burton kind of maneuver there. Fun track. I wonder what was going on inside of this, though. I wonder if you were hunting out the stuff or very more high action kind of a vibe. Maybe it was a boss fight. Anybody know? Oh, it's a boss fight. Against the Ghost in the Spirit. Yeah, makes sense. It has that drill down rock punchy. I'd say that was about 165, 170 beats per minute. This sounded like they had a little bit of overdub fun with toms and stuff like that. There's a little bit of collision in octopusing, if you would, the drummer. You know, in my world, that's if you're listening to something and everything's going. There's no way that this could be going like this, and the hat's doing this, and this is doing this, and and then while this is still going on, So it sounded like there was a couple over, but real fun, and it did cross over between. Like I said earlier, it definitely it reminded me a little bit of the. And how I was hearing it, I was like, "This is real. This is a real theatrical," as you said earlier. I think SP said that. I'm not sure. That could have been translated really well into like a Nightwish kind of vibe, and then going from that haunted, kind of Halloweeny kind of thing, and then getting a little positive. But I mean, that actually, if you listen to a lot of darker Halloween style music that has these kind of elements in it, there's always some kind of a resolution to a major third that kind of brings you just slightly out of it for a second, because then it makes the drop a little, you go back into this, the sour heaviness, if you would, and it makes that, even if it's just a one beat, resolve, going that to da 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 da, kind of a thing, whoop boop, So, yeah, something like that. Did I say something smart? I don't know. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget. Am I saying deep shit? No, I'm not. I'm getting myself into deep shit is what this is all about. Nicetrix, you are up next. I only have 3 more here, guys. I got Nicetrix, Underwater Dojo, and the driver. Nicetrix, is you be here? Oh, no, please. I love the fact that you're gaming. It's kind of fun. I find it to be an honor while you're enjoying your game. If got a little sidetracky of my noise in the background here. There you are. Hi, Nicetrix. Wow, you really waited a long time. How are you? Oh, you guys are going to like this because I do have a lot of Pokemon fans here. And Nicetrix, thank you very much for your donut. I appreciate it. And first-time chatter, guys, say hi to Nicetrix. Okay, here we go. We're going to be doing a Pokemon Platinum. This one is called Route 216. This was released in 2008 for the handheld console Nintendo DS. End of the video is silent. Okay. Well, welcome here, and thanks for dropping by. First of all, thanks for following, and then thanks for dropping your dono, and thanks for even saying hi and dropping in here. Okay, let's go. Let's see what this is all about. This is giving me like Super Tramp vibes. I don't know why. Okay, now it's not, but I'm just saying. It's kind of like a Pokemon sexy, like smoky bar, like whatever this character might have. Different drinks and... Wow, that was a change up I wasn't expecting. That was nice. I think what's great about this is the mix, and that the chunky butt is out in front, the bass. Great chords here. So fun to melody on. That can't be it. Was that it? Oh, you're right. He says it goes to black screen. I really, really like this track, man. I thought, if there's such a thing as sexy Pokemon, but I really, really dug this. I think I did. Didn't I do one from this guy's last week or something like that? I forgot where it was. That I just recognize the artwork. But this was, I just, the thing about the Pokemon game music too is another one of those extraordinary things where they're so creative, they're so fun, but I am really over the moon about the arrangement skills of these composers, and I really enjoy how much fun they have doing it. It sounds like, but there was a lot of rhythmical answer back in here. And of course, each one of those beps would have been like its own little arrangement living there, and they make that stuff sound so seamless. in keeping it together, especially with gameplay. You know, there's got to be some kind of magic formula of like how not to be too much or not enough, you know. And when it comes to especially games like this, and what I mean by that is, I've never played Pokemon, but I've watched it, and there's just, you know, there's always move and dance and intricate kind of thing, you know. Yeah, no. I am. There's one thing I love doing is I am a scatter, not shatter, but a scatter. But I guess scatting is also poop, right? Isn't it? Anyhow, no, I love scatting. Matter of fact, people, if I'm surfing, I may have said this before, I've had people leave. Like I'll be waiting, you know, for a set, you know, for, you know, some waves coming through, and I'll be and I'm doing the whole physical thing, and people slowly paddle away from me going, fucking broad, Geebz lost it. It's over. It's over. The guy went nails. But it should be my next track. How about that? I think I should do that with the ukulele. You know, I think that would make it really novel, wouldn't it? If I did a really fun kind of pseudo-complex part with the ukulele, some really nice chord changes. And that's, you know, I'll call it full of scat. I think that'd be fun. What do you guys think? Should I do it? I think I should do it. Salmonella Fitzgerald. Yeah, scat over the uke. I think that'd be badass. That would be so fun. I shall not scat on you. I'll scantly scat. Oh, Underwater Dojo, you be up. Are you still here? Oh no, I think Dojo bailed. Oh, dang. Rotten Garden. OnlyFans scat. You're so bad, bro. Did Underwater Dojo bail already? I think he may have already. It's late for everybody. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 6 o'clock my time. Okay. Hey, there you are. Okay, this is for you, my friend. The name of this artist is Detritus. Detritus. The name of the song is Blindly Rejected. Oh, geez, dude, this is a big read here. Hang on for a second. I gotta adjust my eyeballs for this. The album, If But For One, by Detritus, was a sophomore release from another underground British metal band signed to the same label as Believer and Circle of Dust, with more to come. The record label REX marketed all their bands in the Christian market in the early 90s because the market had a huge hole in it. Every band from the label have publicly renounced REX, saying that the owners were a couple of guys were wolves in sheep's clothing and showed up at their doorsteps with impassable offers. Oh, you mean they were in the record business? Let's see. I got lost. That spent their promised pay on record. Oh yeah, this sounds like real record company shit here. The one good thing is the best music ever made and smothered in its industry had little to no interest, especially when most of the bands would denounce any Christian affiliation. But not all. Some were legit Christian bands, but in the end, the only thing that mattered was the music, and these guys were actually able to try new experimental ideas that would influence budding musician for years to come. You see, when you surrender and it unfolds, you never know the path that you're on. So with the band Detritus, this song was a difficult pick. Two reasons being that it's far from the best song as part of the concept album and the through line. So by themselves, they feel more like sections of a movie rather than a whole film. Anyway, there's some of that happens in this track and wasn't really done again in this way for another 25 years. And then became part of another band's signature sound. You'll know it when you hear it. Did any members of the new bands hear in this song? Who knows? I'm sorry. My eyes are crossing. I'm going to get to the music. But I do appreciate, though, you putting this all in. And yes, I do feel better, by the way. All right, let's do this. For a second, I thought you meant Didymus. in my short moment of life where I did do some theological studying, I thought the Didymus story was pretty cool. What did they call him? Doubting Thomas. Don't worry, I'm not going there. But I thought the Doubting Thomas thing was super cool. He was the one saying, no, that's not what Jesus is saying, guys. He's saying this. Anyhow, ooh, I just went there. All right, let's play music. La la la, you can't see me, I'm playing music. La 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 la. Like that 12-string. Yeah, you like that, SP? Is that cool? God, the guitar, though, it sounds solid state, doesn't it? For guitar players? A little bit of a Gorgira thing here. Can you hear it, or is it me? Oh, Jacob, you said it. And there's a little bit of Kurt Cobain in the vocals, yeah? I like the power of the basic tracking. You got the 12 string just hammering away, the 12 string acoustic. Biting into the juiciness of the fully saturated guitars. I don't know though, the tone does sound like it's a solid state. Oh. It wouldn't be a religious song unless you throw in a little sex. Nice. Oh yeah, you're right. That's Rob Zombie. Lock it up, come on. Yeah, man, that was definitely some 31 flavor super scoopage there on the EQ and the guitars. This is one of those tracks. There was only a couple chord changes in it and stuff like that. I love the vibe of like hit record, go play. You know, non-click track, kind of Lars oriented. But I did love the blend of the 12 string, getting that sound in there. And but the vocals kind of, I kept on crossing in between. It had a little Kurt Cobain in there, and then SB said had a little bit of zombie going on in there. There was somebody else that I was kind of modeling in my ears on that whole track. But I can't, for some reason, I can't get the sound of the guitars out of my head. It's not a bad thing, but it was heavily scooped. You're right. I didn't think of the term. I was going, did they just take this big whoosh right down the middle? It kind of kept the, well, you know if you know. Oh my God, we have one more track to do, and this is it. I haven't done a stream this long since my first set of prostate problems. I'm sorry, we didn't have to go. Don't hate me for that, please. That was the worst. Was that the worst? Oh, shit. That would have been like the perfect commercial for something, you know, that would you know, that would have been like the perfect. Oh my God. I'm not high anymore. I'm lie. That's when high gets half baked, is when I'm lie. It has been a hilarious stream, man. It has been one of my I don't know why. I'm not sore. I'm not tired. My butt doesn't hurt from sitting too long. I've been laughing. I've been breathing. I think today was probably my most authentic self. Like, wasn't afraid to say stupid shit to get canceled, which I do most of the time, but taking asthma hits in front of everybody, eating food. I don't know. I've had such a blast today. I think it was pent up energy. What, I hadn't streamed for 2 weeks, right? So it was good to get back with you guys. All right. So let's go ahead. Our last song is coming from The Driver. The Driver made us wait for this. It's funny. I'm watching the viewership peel down because everyone's going to bed. They're going, dude, shut up. I'm going to sleep. And most of it are in the Americas or in Australia. Plus, there's only so much of me you can take. The Driver, you have the last laugh, my friend. Okay. Here we go. This track is from the artist Poolside. The song is Sunrise Strategies. This is the perfect track to end the day with, or night, or a great stream, or a bong rip, whatever. This guy. All right, guys, let's all kind of sit back and let's see what The Driver's dropping in our ear candy hole stream thingies. Dude, so on the spot. very unique little synthy things happening back there. You can hear them? Great blend. Very subtle builds up in the arrangements, but I love the pattern. But it's an octave higher. I love that. Oh shit! Poolside's gonna be playing here at the Republic in Hawaii. Go figure. I love the syncopation of that arrangement, you know. You're right, Dojo. This would be a great track for that. Yeah, I'm feeling it not offensive. Great heady stuff. Ooh, I like that. Sorry, I'm making up my own melodies as I go. Dare I ask, driver, is this band all instrumental? Or is this a standout track? Yeah, I recognize the name, the Poolside, but I like those little... Oh my God, you're right, dude. This is so heady. You know what's beautiful about this? I live here. And what I mean by that, this is like the soundtrack to my grateful space. Very seductive. It kind of pulls you through. It makes sense as there must be the last one. Driver, thank you so much. That was without a doubt you're like a program director. You know, oh no, we should end the show with this one or whatever. That was such a great ending, and I love the track. It really actually kind of reset me a little bit for like going, oh my God, it's been a stretch. I think this is the very first time. I think this is the first time since I did the fundraising for the Maui Food Bank. That 7-hour session, for God's sakes. I actually feel good. I'm not tired. I'm not burnt. I'm not mentally spent. I had a great time with you guys. And I know that parts of the stream got a little ranty and weird and stuff, but you know, I'm definitely going to have a shit ton of stuff to edit up before I pop it up on the YouTube channels. By the way, if anybody still is left